Live?
You're live.
I'm live. I'm live. Yay! Happy Friday, everybody. Boom. How are you today, Craig? Craig did this thing. I can't even believe it. I'll tell him, Craig. I'll tell him. Okay. Craig did everything on his to-do list today. Couldn't you believe it? When was the last time that you did everything on your to-do list? I swear, I don't think anyone who has to homeschool children ever has everything done on their to-do list. And probably most others as well, to be honest. Hello, Amanda. Hello. Amanda, your box got sent off today. It'll be on its way to you. Thank you so much. Jasmine's here as well. Hey, Jasmine. And Lucy's here. Hi, Lucy. Amy says, I don't think I have ever done everything on mine. So there you go. You are the champion, Craig. My hero. And Carl is here. Hey, Carl. Hello, hello. And Amy's saying hello to everybody. How are we all doing? Are we having a good week? It's been a bit, it's been busy over here trying to get stuff done for schooling, and we've been getting lots of people wanting our new release, so we've sold out of so much of it already, which is amazing, but also terrifying. But we've got more stamps coming next week, so if you're waiting on more stamps, they're coming next week, and then the dies are coming too. Joe's here. Hey, Joe. Working and watching. Gotta work. And I got a box from Carl this week. Woohoo! Of my clutter keepers. I've got these ones here ready for some playing. And we've got some of the glue holders as well. And the phone clips. And the little clips that go onto your brushes. So I spent this afternoon taking some pictures of those ready to go on the store. So I imagine they are going to be on the store next week. So keep an eye out for that. Amanda says, I just saw your brush clips. I don't need them. Yeah, they're really cool. Amy's week has just disappeared. Mine too. Mine too. Snow's here. Hello, hello. And Candy as well. Finally gonna get to craft alongside you. Yay! Let me just gather up a little bit of space here. Put the old whiteboard away. We were playing Jacques Adi earlier this week. A little bit of French. Simon says. En français, il s'appelle Jacques. All right. So guys, what do you want to do this week? What should we play? What should we play with? What should we do? I don't really have any starting ideas at the moment. My brain's been at full capacity. There you go, buddy. Chair's a little better now. My boy. You goodish boy. Mwah. Best boy. Amy says, are you keeping the other items secret? Yes, I am for now. Although I did see that Honeybee Stamps has got a really cool glue holder at the moment. So that's really cool. Need to check that out too. Amanda says, slim line pull tab. Okay, I was thinking about doing the slim line pull tab, and then I thought that maybe I shouldn't do it because I don't have it in stock. I might frustrate people. But if you guys want to see the slim line pull tab in action, then I can certainly do that. Let me show you some cards using it, if I have any over here. I'm sure I have one or two. All right, so this one here has got peekaboo, a little seal, And then this one, I've used the Slim9 pull tab. And this was kind of like an experiment, and also to kind of prove that you don't always have to have it. You don't have to have it on a long slimline. You can use it for other size cards as well. So just like a small section. So we've got here a little doggo that is peeping out of a pile of mud. And here we have a little doggo that's hiding behind his kennel. And here we have a doggo that's jumping up to catch the frisbee. So lots of fun there. Carl says, Pear Blossom, better get them soon, they sell out fast. I'm not surprised. Woohoo! Amy suggests stamp roulette with our stamps. That might be a good idea. Maybe a shadow box card. Maybe we should do a stamp roulette shadow box card. I think that sounds like lots of fun. Let me grab, I've got all my new release over here. And if I pull out the shadow box, if I can find it. Here he lives. And then maybe what we can do is a stamp roulette with something older, and maybe then I will keep my new sets over here to the side, and I will reserve the right to use anything new alongside old things. Dun, dun, dun. Carl says, Becky made a card for us using your stamps. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see. Yeah, it sucks that you can't paste an image there. That stinks. But you just message me on Facebook or something. That'd be awesome. All right. Shall we do stamp roulette? I need like a little button to press where it comes for an intro and it's like, stamp roulette. You just have to make do with me singing it. You like my Crafty Fox t-shirt that I've got on today? Crafty Fox. Awesome. Right, let's get cracking. Crack-a-lacking. So we'll just do the stamps. And I think probably we've probably got about, I'm going to guess about 80 stamps. There might be more. Let's do about 80 stamps. So, oh, Brina's just swiped in there with the first number on the list, which is 33. Grab a little scratch piece of paper. 33. All right, let me go and grab it. $16, $17, $18, $19, $20. Ooh, okay. We have got my little angel. Ooh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. We can do something with angels. What are we gonna do? So the question here is, we could definitely use it as an angel, or we could try and, okay, let's get some of these other numbers. 79, 17, 6, 18, 12. All right, if I want to mix it with a new release, then that might mean we won't get all of these on there, but let me see. So we could make this as an angel, or we could try and remove the wings and just have it as a little girl. I'm trying to see if I can think of, oh, let me see. Middle kids are napping, says Brina. Baby can't figure it out, and Hub's mowing the yard equals me able to hear and watch you. Yay! Amy says that could be a challenge depending on what gets pulled next. Okay, let's see if we can get number 79. Oh, here, I've miscounted. $20, $21, $22. 52. Okay, I have to go to a different department now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 62. I don't think I have 79. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Okay, I only have 71. So sorry, Snow. I think that was you. I only have 71 stamps. Maybe this is 72. So next in line is 17. Okay, 17 is down the line, which is not terrible. It's not terrible to have sentiments. That's okay. We can figure that one out. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get 6 in there as well. Oh, it's getting dangerous. Okay, we've got kind of a wing theme going on here. Hi, Georgina. We've got a little stamp roulette happening tonight. We're going to do a shadow box card, and we are trying to I'm trying to figure out how to combine some of these things. Okay, so feel free to shout out if you have ideas. We have got... Okay, so I'm navigating really towards the moon here, which is a bit more generic. Or maybe even some sparkles. And for this one, maybe a hugs and kisses, sending love, hello there, a bit more generic, or just a hello. And then we've still got some of these guys. Okay. So the first thing that's coming to my mind, which is maybe a bit sad, I don't know, is like a box card with an angel and then a little dog coming up to heaven. But I feel like that's cute, but I also feel that I hate sympathy cards. So maybe I don't want to do that. But maybe we could do, let's see. I could do another dog and just turn it into a person rather than an angel. Like we could have just a girl on one side of the fence or something. What do you think? Music notes, says Yells. Yeah, we could just use the music notes. That's true. That's very true. We could just use the music notes and not use the angel. Good point. Let me catch up. Jasmine says, I love the shadow box. I have so many images colored up. I think I'll have to make another one this weekend. Yay! Could the flying angel be holding the ball thrower? Yes, that could be holding the ball thrower. That's true. Let's grab the other set. Might be a little bit out of proportion. I don't know. I think she definitely looks like she's flying though. She's kind of got the angle to her. There we go. With or without wings, we could have that. So if we went for music notes, then we could use a fairy. Dun, dun, dun. She could also be holding the ball flinger. That would be cute. We could do her with the ball flinger. And let's start planning. Let's start planning, everybody. So we're gonna have an aperture a bit like this, and we could have some grass along the bottom, maybe a little puppy dog on the grass. And maybe we could have some more grass behind that, perhaps. And a little lady. A little girl flinging. Maybe a fence behind. And then a nice sky behind. That would work. Should we try it? Let's give it a go. I'll have to figure out how to incorporate something from this set. Might just end up being the leopard. The angel in the cloud could be watching as a guardian angel. Oh, I love that idea. That's cute. Or we could have just like a girl peeping over the fence and make it not an angel. Let's see. Okay. Need to gather up my bits and pieces so that I have a little bit of room here. Put them in my clutter keeper. And then we'll figure out what kind of color I want to go for this card base. So we'll get started with these anyway. And I think I'll grab a couple more accessories because I like to build up the whole thing with some accessories. Fill it out a bit. Maybe a flower as well. And a bone. If we don't use it, no big deal. So I'm thinking I might go for yellow cardstock or maybe teal, because I love teal. Because if we go for yellow, we have nice bright green grass and also a nice blue sky. Oh, do you know what I haven't stamped here is the fence. Jasmine says, I need to make a card for a colleague who's moving to a new place. Oh, curious. Anyone I know, Jazz? So I'm going to stamp a couple of these as well. Jazz says, I'm also running low on alcohol marker card, so I'm going to be forced to use these colored images up soon. Only day 10 of the challenge. I will have to last me a month. Oh, I'll need to grab some more. Let's add another fence panel here. And I'm gonna do another one. I don't know, actually 2 might work. I'll do another one just in case, because I'll get really annoyed if I need like 1.5. Jasmine's having to wait till her birthday. She's not allowed to spend any more money. We've all been there. Oh, I knew that moved. Silly me. Try again. Serves me right for not paying attention. This week has been, I have watched the news more this week, or been more aware of the news this week than any other week, because we are planning to move house, and with all of COVID malarkey, they have announced in England that there's going to be a stamp duty holiday. So stamp duty is the name given to like a tax that you have to pay whenever you move house. And like the best way to think of it is like an admin fee type of thing. And we've been looking, because the holiday means that you won't have to pay it. And so I was very excited, but of course it came up that you wouldn't have to pay it in England, but we're planning to move to Scotland. So I had my ears to the wall trying to see if they were going to have a holiday, stamp duty holiday in Scotland as well, but sadly they have decided that they're not going to do that. So we have been, it's been a bit sad in that respect, but nevertheless, hey ho. So it turns out I don't have any yellow cardstock in my stash at the moment. I need to fill that up again. Let me turn this off. Oh, that is off. But I've got some inside, so if I go inside for anything, I'll pick some up. Pink it is then. So we need 2 panels. Of course you could have the panels different colors, but I kind of like them and they're both the same. Ties it all together. Jasmine says, you're not allowed to leave without seeing me. Well, Jasmine, the thing is, when the plan is that we'll get somewhere that's nice and big, so you guys can just all come up and visit and stay over. Get a nice big place. But don't worry, we haven't found anywhere yet. Lucy is saying, your shadow box die, does it fit in a standard envelope? C6 or whatever it is called. It will indeed, let me see if I have a shadow box card over here. I think I give them all away. Oh no, okay, I have one here. My insides has fallen out. Oh, this one was pink as well. It's been really warm, so my insides fell out. Bad glue, but let me grab an envelope so you can see what it looks like. So this is an A2 envelope. This is the American size, and it's kind of made perfectly to fit in that. But then this one is a UK envelope. So there's a bit of space at the top and the bottom, but it will fit in there perfectly. No bother. Need to re-glue that one. Pop it there for now. Do this. That could be some awesome crafty time. Absolutely. So let's fold these guys up. Might actually see if the oval dies, overly excited dies, if there's one that would fit, because that might be a cool variation. Or maybe even just the circle. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. Let's do this one. Okay, so one thing to bear in mind is that the width of this panel here is kind of made so that it fits perfect here when this is centered. So if you have this rectangle slightly off center, you might see it peeping through the gap. So before you assemble, you can trim this down if you think it's going to peep through. But let's see. I think it would be fun to have an oval aperture today. The good news in regards to house hunting is that it was very, very quiet for a while. But it seems to me that a lot of movement is now happening. So that's a good thing. So that's the overly excited dies. And let's stick these all together so that we have the full card. Ready to rumble. We're hoping to take a trip at some point up to Scotland and have a little look at some houses, but we're kind of playing it by ear because they might not want people from England coming up. Potentially bringing all our English germs up there, which I totally understand. Come on. This one doesn't want to come out. Doesn't want to play. There we go. What made you guys want to move to Scotland? Asks a couple of people there. Well, Craig is from Scotland, so he has family up there. and we both studied in Scotland. And Scotland is beautiful, and it is very underpopulated compared to England. Yeah, Craig is Scottish, yeah. And we always said that we would go back to Scotland. It was always kind of a given. And when we moved into this house 10 years ago, we said by the time Piper gets to secondary school, I've got like the world's stickiest tape for this one, and it just won't peel up. Whenever Piper gets to secondary school, we won't be here, we'll be somewhere else. But then 10 years is just flowing by like that. Whew. So, Taylor says, oh, what did you study? I studied the most random hodgepodge categories. I studied French and religious studies. So, okay, so rather than just sticking it down like this, I actually folded that bit back, and I did that so I could make sure that this was straight. Because the last time I did it, it wasn't very straight. So, there you go. Hey, Marcy Moo! So I'm going to put a section, I'm going to put a panel in here. I might even just use this one. So that will be what we see when we look through. And then we've got some other bits of grass and things that we can add on here to create some vibrancy. Let's see what we can do. Got a little bit of cardstock here. So let's cut that down using the inside panel die. And if you wanted to make it taller, you can, of course, actually do some partial die cutting. So you only put the cutting plate to about here, and then you can extend it up taller if you really wanted to. This one's going to go near the front, so I don't think it needs to be very tall at the moment. Taylor says some comforting scriptures would be nice in one of your releases. Well, the thing is, I studied religious studies. I didn't study theology. So I studied lots of different religions. And I have no qualms or problems about putting scriptures, verses into my stamps. But if I'm going to put some religious, like Christian things in stamps, then I would also want to put other cultures and religions and things in there as well. Let's stick this on here. There we go. Let me get down my little machine. Where is my cutting mat? My cutting plate even. Where, if I was a cutting plate, where would I be hiding? Have to go for this one. Have to go for this little dude instead. There we go. Nice stamps with scriptures are hard to find, says Taylor. All right, let's see, we'll just trim that up on this side and in on that side. So now we have some grass. And that will go. Might make it lower down, or I might make this one further in. I'm not sure yet. Let's die cut this in some white, I think, and then I'll add some color to it. Amanda, if you're still here, you might want to tell everybody about the new Heffy Doodle challenge that we've got going on at the moment. All right. I think I've used the last of that memo tape, to be honest. So this is going to go in at the back here. It's going to go somewhere in the front. Hey Jen, how's your back, Jen? Been thinking about ya. All right, so we've got my grass in there. Taylor says, when does Piper go up to high school? So she is in year 4, and she's just been given details of what class she'll go into in September, which will be year 5. And then, so she's got year 5 and year 6. And then after that, it goes to high school. So she's got 2 full school years left at the moment, but I mean, it could take a year to sell a house around here, so it might seem like a long time, but it's really not. It's really not. This is covered in glitter. Guess my child's been here. So we've got a nice, what's this, salty ocean color here for the background. I'm going to darken all these edges. There we go. And actually the unicorn stamp set has some lovely clouds. I think I'll use them for some clouds later on. That Shadowbox card is looking a lot like the one Becky made. Okay. Great minds think alike. This is going to go in here. This is going to go in here. And I'm going to start colouring so I can get a sense of colours. So let's get rid of this. I need to get myself a new mat because that white one is not really looking so white anymore. And it's upsetting me. So what colour will our fence be? And what colour will our dog be? This is a question too. Oh, I was going to make her into a girl rather than a fairy, and I completely forgot. So I might be able to just block that out. Let's start with some of the easy colours. Ron said purple fence, green dog. Okay. And if they were from this planet? That bone is too big. At the weekend, some of you might have seen on Facebook, Ranger wasn't feeling too good. He was really clingy. He didn't eat his breakfast. He wasn't being his usual self. He just wanted to sit on Mommy's knee and everything. And I went up to, there's a garden centre near us that has a butcher, so I thought I'll go and I'll buy him some chicken to eat. And then I realised that right next to it is a pet shop, so I actually went into the pet shop and I said, Ranger's not eating. And they said, oh, try him with this. It's like organic, it's a tray of food, wet food, and it's basically chicken and rice and not much else, and dogs seem to love it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, great. And we give it to him. Well, his eyes near popped out of his head when he smelt the delicious smell of this wet food. And we give him a very small bit, and he schnorfled it down him. And then a couple hours later, we give him a little bit more. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, yes, he was having that. So, of course, after having this wet food, the next few days, he was absolutely fine in himself, but he was not eating any of his food because he was holding out on us. He thought, last time I did this, they gave me the good stuff, so I think I'm going to do that. Taylor says, plenty of time to house hunt. Yes, although the problem is, we're at capacity here with Heffy Doodle. Marcy says, after all the talk about Happy Snappy Crocs, I had to make an order. Can't wait. Yay. Taylor's order arrived. Yay. Woohoo. She's thrilled. Yay. Marcy says, our dogs love rice and chicken. Yeah. He was a big fan. Big fan indeed. I'm going to do a yellow tennis ball. Although, to be fair, especially balls for dogs can be any colour. But regardless of what colour that they arrive in, they always end up a muddy mess. At least the ones that we have with this boy anyway. Let's see if I can get like a terracotta colour. I thought there was a terracotta kind of colour. This one is maybe what I'm looking at. Which is E08, which is called brown. Nice. Exactly what it says in the tin. Brown. And E35. Yes, E35, honey. Do, 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 do. Oh, sugar, sugar. Nice. A white picket fence, says Taylor. Yeah, there's something about a white fence. Makes it seem right, huh? Sophie says they taste better when they're muddy. Yeah. That must be it. Ranger says they taste better if they belong to another dog. He would rather go and take another dog's ball and then not actually care about the one that we brought. I'm gonna grab a marker with a finer nib for some of this. Amy is very kindly sorting me out with some more tri-blends to add to my collection. Yay! Okay, let's make this a white picket fence. Just add a little bit of grey so that it's not so sparse looking next to everything else. I'm using a C1 for this. Carl says, that would be our little Murphy, she's the thief. You should message Gina, says Candy. She makes dog food in her crock pot. Wow, and it lasts a week. She's probably got an American sized crock pot. The crock pot we have is barely does enough food for the 3 of us. But that's mostly because Lesley has Lesley sized portions. Okay, what will our little guy be? Feel like we might give him some brown spots, maybe. Maybe make him into like a patch dog. He's probably gonna end up being a hybrid. That's the best thing about dogs, is that you can kind of come in any old colour. Don't really need to worry about them being accurate. You will have a teal colour like Rangers though. Yay! And maybe a little brown nose. Oh, he's so cute! A rosy cheek. I'll blend out with a white just to make it less noticeable. Belle won't take anything off another dog unless it's a football, but she attempts to get them from humans to place. Anybody hear more about the new Copic refills, when they'll be available? Still having trouble finding them, and all my O's are dry. Oh, so sad. I know that Dawn from Dawn Lewis Imagery in Australia, she got some, and she did a little Instagram video about them. She said that they're much smaller than what you'd be used to, what we are used to, but that they're cheaper, kind of easier to store and things like that. So I don't know. I don't have any update on them. Any Scottish peeps tip you off for properties? No, we're on the lookout. We'll keep looking. I'm not convinced that I'm not gonna stamp this lady again, but I'll colour her in for now, see what happens. I wanted to give her some nice Scottish hair. Well, that also means if it's darker down here, I can maybe darken in this colour if, in fact, I'll just do that now. I'll darken down here so it's less noticeable if I want to hide her behind, sort of like this. Oh, you can't see, like that. We shall see, we'll see how it turns out. And we're gonna need a dress on this little lady. I think we'll go for blue. They are cheaper, or but not even €2 cheaper. Yeah. I don't mind that they're smaller and that they're cheaper, because I just think, I've always said that I think there's too much ink in them, because no one using Copics in my capacity, maybe if I was an architect or something, but nobody using Copics, I don't think, in my capacity, is going to need the refill. Like, I think there's like enough in them for like 30 refills or something. Yes, for 00, but for the others, I don't really think that much is needed. So I'd rather that they were cheaper and I was able to buy more. Lovely. This girl is going to have purple shoes. Yay. Okay. Let's get cutting. Jen says, I'm doing better every day. Yay. Oh, sorry, buddy. So I'm hoping for a full recovery within a couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. Thanks for asking. Oh, bless you. Yes. Keep resting. Sore back is not pleasant at all. It's also incredibly frustrating because, well, it kind of depends. When I had my sore back, I could lie down and it was like no pain. So when you're lying down and there's no pain, it's great. But then you're like, you tell yourself, I'm fine, like I'm in no pain. What can I can do things, and then you get up and you're like, oh no, I can't do things. So it's hard because you have to constantly remind yourself that even though you're not in pain right now, does not mean you are actually pain free. All right, that's 2 fences, 3 fences. And we haven't figured out whether we're going to have one of the little angels peeping over or whether we're going to have an angel in the cloud. Let's see. This little guy is next. Oops, that already moved, I can tell. There's a lot of laying around when you have back problems. It can be very frustrating. Yay! I remember the boom I put together when you hurt your back with all the messages from people at work. I remember the boom. Oh, the book. Yes, that was awesome. That was really awesome. I also remember, Jasmine, whenever I broke both my arms and then I had it in a sling, I broke on my elbow, and then Jasmine swung around her chair and hit me full smack on the, on the elbow. I was like, oh. Please do not swear at the reception desk. That was fun. But to be fair, Jasmine also came to my aid whenever I got stuck in the bathroom, and I was like, Jasmine, can you unbutton my trousers? Like in 2 slings. Bless her. Jen says, I actually injured it the first time in my early 30s. I thought you are in your early 30s. I thought you were like 30, 31, 32. You're sneakily older than we all expect you to be. So, Sherry says, hi kids, hope everyone is staying healthy and sane. Well, you know, as sane as is normal. Lesley level of sane, which, I mean, that's debatable. Rebecca says, I messed up and didn't order all the dies with a new release. Oh no! So another order will have to be placed soon. Oh darn, never mind. Well, we'll have more stamps next week. They're due. I got a DHL notification. I got a DHL notification to say that they're due on Monday. And then the dies will be coming, I'm expecting them by the 20th. But keep an eye out. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter and you want to be informed when things hit the store again, then feel free to subscribe to the newsletter, because that's what we will be doing. Yeah, Jen, I know you're only 25. Yeah, Jen. Trying to fib us. You're just trying to get into all the cool clubs by pretending that you're older than you are. You are not going to be 43 in August. Wow. Well, now I'm just jealous, because damn, girl. Wow. Hats off. Right, let's cut out this little guy. Girl guide. Whatever she is. Amy says, I'm going to need another order too. Oh man. We've had so many stores contact us for orders that I had a bit of a freak out last night, because we had put things on order, and I think we're going to possibly run out of some things that we have already reordered, because I've got a certain number coming, and then I'm like, oh, it feels like we just keep on getting orders and orders and orders and orders, way more than ever before, which is wonderful. All right, so see what I was talking about here, that this is definitely going to show in there. But what we can do is we can fold that in, fold that down, and use a pencil of some description. paper has broken all the pencil lids. Like so. And then we can just trim that down a little. I'm not going to stick it just now, but at least it's ready then. Jen says the 23rd. Is it the 23rd of August? Mine's the 26th of August. Yeah. So here we go. We've got a grass verge here. And I'm gonna have another grassy verge, I think. Let's see if I can get a slightly darker color. I think this one would be cool. Phew. So, like so. So if I want to have this taller, I can hang this off the edge of my cutting mat like this. So it'll only cut up to here. And then I can just extend it with a pair of scissors. So that's an option. Oh, Lucy and Jasmine are birthday twins. Yay! Happy birthday. Oh my goodness, Jasmine, you're 30 this year? Jasmine, do you remember what I did for my 30th? We went to a soft play. So what do you guys call it? A jumbo gyms or something like that? Jumbo. Oh geez, I can't remember what you guys call it. You crazy Americans. Yeah, we went to the adventure place down in Portsmouth. That was so fun. Jungle gym. Yes, a jungle gym. There's a jungle gym about an hour from here where probably not during COVID, but in normal situations, they have on a Friday night they open it up to adults, and they also serve alcohol. Not that I partook in said alcohol, but they open it up to adults on a Friday night, which is super fun. So I'm going to use the same little die for the middle, but I'm going to cut it on the other side so I get a slightly different look to it. And in fact, what you could do is stagger it a bit. So do it once and then do it again. But I'm not that bothered. Jasmine says, I had that whole hospital issue. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Amy says, I think it would be great to go to one of those. Yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun. Everyone was just having like the time of their lives, letting out their inner child for sure. Okay, so now we've got another green area, and this is going to have our fence on it. I'm not even sure whether the fence is going to go behind. I think it's probably going to go in front actually, so it probably didn't even need to have grass. Let's see, maybe we could, actually we can maybe glue it down like this. Yeah, let's do it. Now I'm going to use wet glue this time because my tape fell apart the last time. Amy's off for dinner. I mean, Jen's off for dinner. Bye-bye. See you later. Feel better soon. I'm going to cut off the white section on the edge here so I can overlap it, just so it kind of looks more like one continuous fence then. It probably doesn't make that much of a difference. I'm being a little bit pedantic. But I wanna, okay? I wanna. And the same on this one. Behind the grass, says Jasmine. Yeah, behind the grass. Here we go. I'm going to start sticking some of these things down because they're getting a little bit hard to hold it all in place. Oh, it's so hot here. That's a good thing if I move to Scotland. I won't, like, in the summer be like, guys, it's too hot. I need to stop crafting at 11 o'clock. Right. Let's see, have I got a clip anywhere? Let me see if I can find a paper clip or something just to hold this in place. And then I'll get an idea of what it's going to look like. All right. There we go. So we have got this. Oh, you okay, Ranger? You all right? You okay, buddy? Want a biscuit? Here's a biscuit for you. Oh, I think it's just time to get a drink, to be honest. Let me see. This is what happens. I bring out bottles of water out here and then I just end up filling them up filling up the water bottle for the dog. He's more important to me than me anyway. All right, so that's going to go back there somewhere. This one's going to go closer to the front. And she is going to go somewhere where you can't see a wing. Maybe off to the side somewhere. And maybe like this. And she's going to have a flinger in her hand. Okay, so I need an extra one of her so I can sandwich them together. Jasmine says probably so much cheaper living in Scotland anyway. Yes, not probably, 100%. Absolutely, a million times cheaper. Amy says, just be aware of the midges up there. Oh, yeah. Although, in the forest near us here, there's still little midgy insects down here, so that doesn't really make that much of a difference. Maybe I want 2 of the things. Okay. So I'm still going to double her up because she's going to be freestanding in there. I want her not to get damaged or anything. Want her a little bit more sturdy. Rebecca says, I've not thought about the fairy using the thrower. Well, I wouldn't have normally either, but that's the joy of stamp roulette. Always ends up with something very unusual. All right. I do feel though like this tiny dog, like the ball is going to be way too big for his mouth. But he can still chase it. Becky says, I need a sandwich to make things more stable. I had not thought of that before. I love doing that. Okay, let's see. So we could have him here. Oops. Could have him here, or we could have him just inside. We could have her throwing. We could also put the ball on a piece of acetate so it's in the air if we wanted to do that. We've got a bowl that we could put down in here. I think probably we will put the maybe going to put these near here, but it's too big. I think maybe we'll just put this one here, so that gives it a little bit more depth there. All right, so what are we going to do with these? Let's start sticking them down. I'm going to add my glue this time. And hopefully that will help secure things. So let's stick this down. Tiny dogs don't know they're tiny. That's very true. Becky says I need to try stamp roulette and see what I come up with. I know. Jasmine says I feel like I play stamp roulette every time I craft. That's because that's all you've ever known, Jasmine. Candy says, Rebecca, it's fun. I haven't played stamp roulette since I made a card along with Piper's Live months ago. Jasmine says she always wants to use everything. That's Piper as well. Like, why stop? Why stop whenever something that is going to be, you know, less is more when you could have everything on there? Bless her. So I've added some glue onto the other side of that. Let's see. Marcy says, I have a Pom mix and he thinks he's one of the big dogs. Amanda says, right, Becky, I never think of it, but it always turns out awesome when Leslie does it. Aww. Gee, you guys. All right, here's our first layer on here, which will help us. Oh, I need a drink. All right, so we're going to do another one here. I'm probably not going to stick this on both sides, but I will stick it on one. And that'll give us a little bit more maneuverability, a little bit more information with what's happening. Dog near the back, ball near the front. Is that what you think? All right. So this is good because it's hard to see like this, but if I look at the camera up there, then I can totally see what's going on. So we need this lady. She could be in the back, I suppose, if we wanted her to be in near the back. She's kind of cut off. So what we could do is put like a dog kennel or something over to the side so that she's kind of behind, her hair is cut off by the dog kennel. She could be hiding behind the dog kennel. Should we do that? And then this is going to go at the front somewhere. And then I need to pull out that angel. I need to figure out what's happening with that angel. Let's stamp our kennel. See what we come up with. All right, let's see. Marcy says, how's the weather up there? Do you mean in Scotland? Well, it will definitely be colder and wetter than what we have down in England, but it's also much brighter, like it stays lighter for longer. Like in the winter, it doesn't really get pitch black, which is kind of cool. All right, so I think we're gonna go yellow for our doggo house. Becky says, I made some cards for my mum to send to their grandkids. Her combinations were totally different than mine. It's funny, everyone could be so different. Alrighty, and we'll give it pink roof. Cuteness. And we'll have to go grey in here, I think. Just gonna go flat color for my grey. I need to catch up. Amanda, you do not need to find ways to do more difficult cards, says Sherry. Making some easier ones too, says Amanda, and I'm working on that video for you. Oh. Sherry says, needing all the help you can have time for. Shari says it's wet and cold with her. Where are you? 18 degrees here in Scottsdale this weekend, which is just outside Arizona, I believe. Jasmine's off to bed. Amanda says that it's been in the 90s. Wowee. Goodness. It's been warm here, but probably not the same level of warm as with, not American warm. But then I think it's always important to, like, whenever we say how, like, oh, it's like 30 degrees here, and then, like, when I speak to an American person, they're like, oh, that's nothing. We get up to such and such a degrees. You have to understand that our houses don't have aircon. Our cars, some of them have aircon, but, like, buses and all that jazz, like, they don't have aircon. So it's very different having heat without aircon. All right, so this is going to go here. And in fact, I'm actually going to just trim this down so it's flush. And then I'm going to create a crease. And I'm going to attach this to the side. In between these two. So can you see this is going to go in here? And I just need to make sure it's low enough that it's going to be covered. Like that. You can still tell that it is a little dog kennel. And I wish I'd kept her hair on there now so that I could put this on here. But we can sandwich it with another kennel if need be. probably can't see overly much at the moment, but that's what it looks like at the moment. Let me cut half a kennel to smoosh it in. Candy is off to Minnesota and it's supposed to be 80-85. There's no air at their house. I have my most skin showing clothes packed. Short shorts. Who wears short shorts? Candy does. All right. So let's secure this little lady on here. With a sandwich. Sherry says, on the flip side, on the lake in northeast Washington state, no aircon there, and 90 degrees is suffering compared to our 100 when it would dry heat. All right. So we're definitely getting some dimension here, which is very cute. We are moving quite further over this way, so we could add a bit of acetate and put the ball like here or something, or we could put the ball down that she's already thrown the ball. What do you guys think? And I think this is gonna go here maybe. I think the bone will go at the back. Let's stick the bone on there. Our card is looking so cute. I'm loving the bright colors, says Amy. I do want to stick some clouds on the background, so let me grab my fluffy puffy unicorns. While I'm at it. What's that? There we go. In fact, I think I'm just going to use the dies and not the stamps, because I've seen some of the team do that and it looked really cute, so I think we'll just go for that. Would you say it's bright and happy, Amy? Oh, that may be the theme that we're looking for this time. I think it would be bright and happy. I think you're right, Amanda. Got a cute little doggo on it. Shimmy says, is the grass on this card from the Amazing Meadow stencil? No, it's from the die. We have like a little add-on bit that comes in the shadow box die. So it's just wide enough so that it will do the center section, but it's perfect for the shadow box. You can also move it along that way and do it like a couple of times, but didn't want to waste space. I was like, there's a space here. Let's just add something in the space. I never want to leave a space on a die. It's like, it costs me the same. All right. We can add them back there. I really need to figure out what we're doing with that other angel set, which was the first one that we picked for Stamp Roulette. and I've pretty much just ignored it. Stick that in there. And this, oh, that was upside down. Yeah, we can maybe do a sentiment from the angel set. I think it's looking very cute. Let's see. Somebody suggested that I have a little wooden peg, and I don't think that is something that I have. I think the wooden pegs all got brought into Piper's craft kit, craft stash inside. All right, so I think this up front, maybe. Little doggo here, I think. All right, cute. Maybe he's just about to get the ball. And okay, so I've also got a bowl. I'm just playing at the moment. Let's see what happens. Right, let's get the angel set out. See what we can do. So we could just use music. Feel like it's a bit of a cheat though. We could do this girl peeping over the fence, which I quite like actually. I'm going to try that. I don't know how well it's going to work because I'm going to have to mask off quite a bit. I'm going to lose quite a bit of the design. But it's all part of the fun. However, before I do that, I've just realized that I haven't done this one yet either. Oh, well, we'll come back to that. It's where Stamp Roulette takes a nosedive, gets derailed for other cute things. I'm just going to take a moment to put some of these back because I'm running out of misty room. Come on, Mr. Brucey. Back on the plastic you go. Guys, you really need to get one of these clutter keepers. They're fabulous. And next week in the Heavy Little store, they will be available. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I did it. The sentiment could fit down the edge of the frame. Yeah, it might do. I've also got the back, so I could definitely put sentiment on the back. I've just ruined everything now, but never mind. So even though I'm running out of real estate on the front, still loads on the back. Loads and loads and loads. Alrighty. Let's see what I can do to try and make this easy. I might end up just stamping it and cutting it right up to the line. Let's see. Should not have done that. So I want her hands to stamp. And I want her head. So I want to be able to cover her halo. And her wings. And her hands can stamp. So basically, all the bits on the inside I want to stamp. All the bits on the outside I do not want to stamp. See how successful this is. Becky says, that's interesting about the dies. Just bear in mind every manufacturer can be different. Some manufacturers might do it on the weight. Some might do it on the how many. I know I used to use a different manufacturer and they basically did a sheet and it was like how many you could fit on a sheet. So it can vary. But my current manufacturer is like size, so if it's inside it, it doesn't really matter. Don't you just love Heffy memo tape? The answer is yes. Shari says, do you have plans for another kit soon, please? I don't have plans for another kit because we don't get masses of sales on the kits, to be honest, and the sourcing the paper is a nightmare. I've had many issues trying to get paper sorted. It's been a bit of a pain in the butt. All right, got a little lady here. I'm gonna have to fussy cut her though because she's not going to have the die to match, but that's fine. Hi Denise. Hey Denise. Taylor said what will be available. I don't know what you mean. Do you mean in regards to the Make It by Marco stock that we're getting in, or do you mean the new stamps that we've got restocking? This is the part where I forget what I've said. I think she'll have an, no, that's not bright enough. She'll have an orange top, I think. And maybe some black hair. seen Tally tonight. She's not been on, I don't think. And there we go. I think I need a bit of C5, but it's ran away from me. They always do. It's always the C's as well. Always and forever. I can't see him. I can't see him. And what colour shall we do? For the bow. Should we do some green to bring out the green? So cute. Loving it. What? That Heffy tape is a must-have. Seeing it in action, says Becky. Amy says the bow is a great touch. All right, now I need to see how my fussy cutting skills are. Maybe we need a little peeking boy and girl set in the future. That would be cool, I think. The bit in the inside is going to be the hardest bit. Maybe I'll try and do that first then. In fact, I don't need to do all of them. I can just do her hands and then tuck her in. I can probably colour this inside bit in orange as well to match her sweater. Will the new dies be back in stock next week too, or just the stamps? I need the slimlines and the box, unlike 20 other things. The dies I'm expecting on around the 20th. But I've had orders from stores, and already the orders I've got from the store is a lot. So when I'll take an allocation, I'll add them to our store. So act fast, essentially. All right. I think I'm going to colour in. I'm not sure this is the right one. No, it's not the right one. Just a little bit like that. All right, you wouldn't even think she was an angel. What do you think? Yeah, love her. Let's stick her on. Oops, just gonna get her head bonked by the flinger. Just give her a call, give her a hold for a second. Glad to see I'm not the only one who has a hard time feathering to the left. I know, right? Good idea, Candy. Maybe one blowing out candles, bubbles, etc. That'd be cute. Stamps available next week. Dies available the next week. All right. I think this is working out Mega sweet. So we have included the box dye, we have included the fairy, we have included the angel, and we've got some dogs and things. So let's, I feel like I want to put that there, but then it's going to block the dog house. So we won't do that. This little popper is going to go right here. Oh, I'm sweltering. Oh, he's super cute. And his not muddy, not yet muddy, I should say, tennis ball will be on the ground next to him. Oh, itchy. And I've got a dog bone, but I might leave that and stick it on the back. Let's see. You need a dotted line from the ball thrower to the to the bounce to trace the path. Or we have like a dot here. Yeah. Or like a zip, zip. I think it would get too busy if we did that. Cute idea though. All right, I think we are ready to adhere the other end of this panel. Come on, glue, you can do it. Joe's off to bed. Night night, Joe. Hope you get your work done. A great card would be boy meets girl, and the ball bonks off the boy's head, bonk, when the girl was throwing it for her dog. Oh, yeah, that's so cute. Boy meets girl. You know what would also be cute for a card like this is using the Yappy Happy Mail with the post box and have maybe some letters flying around, some envelopes. All right. Candy's off to bed. I think I'm going to be going off to bed soon too, just a pre-warning because it's hot. It's getting hot in here. And so it's time for bed. Oh, I love it. So this guy flies forward a little bit. She's a little bit unruly and catches a little bit, but I think she's fine. She's cute. What you gonna do about it? We need to put something on the back now. So we could use an oval on the back to tie that through, but I kind of like either the scalloped or even just the frame or both. Kind of like that. And I think that we should bring in some white and then put a frame on it, maybe like a blue frame or a green frame. What do you guys think? Let's get a white rectangle. Oh yeah, I need to think about that sentiment, don't I? Candy's off to order pizza? Oh, that's unacceptable. I want pizza. A green frame. Okay. Let's see what we can do. What are we going to do? Let's have a look at these sentiments. See if we can make it work without crying. Amy's off too. Night night, Amy, darling. All right. We've got hugs and kisses. Sending love. Hello there. I actually quite like the way that it doesn't take up too much room, that you can still write something on it. I think that's kind of cool. Thank you, Happy Meal, just a note. Hugs and kisses would fit, but not much more. What do you guys think? I'll let you decide while I get my green on the go, if I have any of the similar green. Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect, darling, perfect. Hello there. Okay. So we're gonna go for hello there. Would actually probably fit on the frame as well, but I think I'd rather have it on the white. All right. I will use my Misty though, so I can try and get it as straight as I can. Oh, you little punk. There we go. And I think I'm going to tie in the, actually I might go for the yellow. Maybe a yellowy color like tiara or something. Shea butter is too much of a brown tone. Green garden party. I think tiara is going to be my color of choice. Let me find it. Oh, orange peel. Sauna, Tiki Touch, tiara. Let's try tiara. We did it! Good old stamp roulette. some sauce. Lucy says, shadow box is on the wish list. That's just the way it is. It's a great set. And Joy is here. Hey, Joy. All right, so we can just stick this on top like that, or we can inlay it if we wanted the stitching around it. I quite like the stitching around it, so I think I am going to inlay it. So let me try and attempt to get it somewhat straight. And then that means I also have a nice green rectangle. For another project. Or yellow, it's yellow on the other side. Awesome. It's pretty much a perfect match, those two colors actually. Put these back up on my clutter keeper. Nice. And I like the way this way there is an area where you can write a message for your card. It's not quite balanced, that frame, but it'll have to do. Night, Luce. Bye-bye. All right, let's stick this guy in. I need to find my lid. Here it is. That one obviously wasn't fully charged because normally it lasts longer than that. Awesome. Okay, I think that's perfect. This is a bit more neon on the camera than it is in real life. But here we go. We've got a card with little girl throwing a ball. I actually quite like that she flaps around, gives her more movement. Especially whenever you move the box die a little bit. I think it's pretty cool, don't you? She's throwing it. Phew, 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 phew. We have our angel in the background peeking over. And her cute little puppy dog in the foreground. And then at the back we have, hello there. Yay. Okay, she gets caught a little bit, but I think hopefully with the wet glue, she'll stick fine. If it was something I was concerned about, I could add another bit to the bottom so that it was attached more along the side. I could even add a whole panel across so that she was secure onto a panel, but I'm not that bothered. I think it'll be fine. Yay! All right, stamp roulette with the new release. So exciting. Amanda says, such an adorable card, Leslie. Ah, thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. Ashley gives a thumbs up. and we used Heffy Doodle down the line. We used My Little Angel, Big Box Shadow Die, or Big Shadow Box Die even, Hot Diggity Dog, Who Let the Dogs Out, and we used Absolutely Awesome, and I used Fluffy Puffy Unicorns for the clouds in the background. And that, my friends, is the card done. Done, done, done. And I think that's me off to my bed. Suzanne says, you are so talented. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you to say. I hope that you guys have all had fun. And if you've been crafting along, that you have some wonderful creation as well at the end of this evening. And I will leave you with a close-up of my cute little card here. And I will head off to my bed. Bye everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend and I shall see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter if you want to be kept up to date with how things are stocked, the stocked situation is in the Heffy Doodle store. Night, Shari. Night, everybody. Bye.